Hello, I'm Georgia Ingrey, Level 5 Visual Merchandiser studying at Hertford Regional College affiliated with the University of Hertfordshire, and today I'll be presenting my journey of my final major project. As part of the brief, our task was to produce our own concept using skills and techniques learnt throughout the years of studying our foundation degree. I began through researching various colour, fashion and interior trends where I explored concepts influenced by lockdown, with the addition of conducting questionnaires to gauge an understanding from a diverse range of people. From this, I explored the concept of minimalism, stripping back with a more simplistic approach, escapism from our distorted world, and well-being influenced by the mental health impacts of the current pandemic. From peer and tutor feedback, it was clear that combining elements of my concept would enable me to showcase my passion for mental health awareness through comforting and tranquil creative processes and colour theory. I then proposed the idea of developing a textured homeware range in relation to senses and their ability to relieve stress and anxieties. With research into campaigns, I came across the Marks & Spencer's campaign to raise funds for NHS charities who had previously already donated over $6 million from their rainbow-themed products. From this, I researched various mental health charities such as Samaritans, Mind and Place to Be. I found that the mental health charity Mind had clearly displayed their efforts to helping people throughout lockdown. This research resulted in the creation of a charity-based scheme implementing a new homeware collection, Serenity, with 30% of proceeds earned donated to mental health charity Mind, who have contributed immensely in helping those with mental health issues through lockdown. I felt this was a strong message to promote, with 60% of adults and 68% of young people stating that their mental health has worsened throughout lockdown. This scheme is to be situated in a mid-range market within the store Anthropology and is targeted towards those who value charity, mindfulness and creativity. The project required careful and considered planning, using the given planner document and my own weekly checklists. This allowed me to manage my time efficiently. I was able to set out a plan for the weeks ahead, allowing me to work to a set time whilst reflecting on the changes throughout my journey. The planner enabled me to organise and prepare my materials prior to my experimentation and development works. I have explored various textile techniques inspired by textile artist Han Frizz to create textile samples and wire experimentations in response to primary research into natural forms. These samples were designed to be applied to homeware products and backdrops for display purposes, with the idea of a sensory wall installation. However, due to the government guidelines, this concept was to be developed touching on other senses such as sight and smell. Experimenting allowed me to have greater understanding on whether my designs were heading in the right direction through primary research, gaining thoughts and phrases that comes to mind when my peers view and feel these samples, without knowledge of the theory behind my works to allow a raw response. Through developing my scheme, it was important to gauge understanding of how stores have implemented similar concepts with further knowledge of promotional materials and point of sale, in which I visited homeware giant IKEA, Marks & Spencer's and Anthropology. Gaining insight into promotion and advertisement influenced my promotional photography works within the studio space, whilst also exploring photography within an outdoor environment, showcasing the scheme's connection with nature, with nature's positive effects on mental health and well-being. Creating an in-store experience, I experimented with projection inspired by my research into the soothing qualities of children's nightlight projectors. The chosen projection was a result from a manipulated screen print with its imperfect qualities resembling leaves without greater connection to the outdoors. This was then developed further as a moving image inspired by my visit to Among the Trees exhibition as a way to generate a calming atmosphere with the inclusion of lavender essence dispersed around the store, with its properties to relieve stress and anxiety tapping into other senses. With multiple display concepts for experimentation works, the use of projection within my window display concept allowed for a gallery-type experience immersing the consumer, and was a way to incorporate a sense of tranquility without the sense of touch due to COVID guidelines, adhering to health and safety measures. The window display entices viewers through its display theory techniques, using lines of sight, triangular grouping, and asymmetry. It also encompasses natural elements, again reflecting on the importance of nature on well-being and mental health. To create a cohesive appearance throughout the store, projection has also been utilised with the addition of triangular grouping, whilst also allowing a greater connection between consumer and product through isolating the products using upcycled risers. The in-store display incorporates various promotional materials such as postcards and swing tags, allowing clear brand identity that consumers are allowed to take away. Scale models have been created, allowing insight into how the scheme will appear within a store setting. Fortunately, Anthropologie has an organic appearance in keeping with the aesthetics of the Serenity homeware range, and to reduce costs and implement elements of sustainability, Anthropologie will reuse fixtures and fittings already owned. The wall bay and the in-store display will be closely situated together, allowing flow throughout the store and clarity for consumers with the addition of point-of-sale materials made from corrugated card. A table has also been positioned near the collection and in-store display, which is designed to hold workshops in response to art therapy. This is with the aim to form a community through creative activities from painting to weaving and mosaic art. A further 10% of the proceeds earned from these workshops will also be donated to mental health charity Mind. As well as this, charity boxes will also be dispersed around the store to generate further donations. As stated previously, I've created additional promotional materials utilising my photography works, which have been applied to postcards that consumers are allowed to take away with them to gauge further knowledge of the concept with the campaign slogan "Buy to be kind", with the consumers' further understanding of the charity-based application to the campaign. Promotional materials, including swing tags, are also created from biodegradable cardboard, allowing a slight implementation of sustainable solutions, as sustainability within the retail sector is a cause for concern. The promotional materials used throughout the scheme uses a green accent colour, which is influenced by the psychology of colour with its calming and positive attributes. I have also applied a scripted typeface to coincide within the natural and tranquil qualities of the homeware range, which is applied throughout to create a clear branding identity. Moving forward with promotional materials, this brand identity runs throughout a lookbook, which is designed to allow consumers to have further knowledge of the concept and design solutions within this scheme. It entails promotional photography, workshops offered throughout the months of September that are run by Anthropologie, as well as their contributions to Mind charity. Whilst the lookbook has been created, a magazine spread has also been designed to be situated in home decor magazines, as well as with further promotion through social media sites and a website banner, allowing further advertisement of the campaign, reaching a wider demographic who may not typically shop within Anthropologie. These promotional materials incorporate details of how Anthropologie aims to contribute to Mind, whilst in keeping with the style that Anthropologie presents. This module has benefited me as a designer, giving me the independence to design and create my own products. I have learnt many valuable skills whilst gaining further knowledge of the visual merchandising industry through producing this outcome. The knowledge learnt will help me for my progression into my top-up year as well as within the creative industry. Thank you for listening, and please do not hesitate to ask any further questions.